Hi there, RFT Pop Cans here. It's safe to say Coca-Cola is a global leader in branding and packaging, but every company could have its slip-ups once in a while. We'll talk about an example of one of them here with this can from 2011. Coca-Cola released this can leading up to Christmas 2011. Coca-Cola's holiday marketing campaigns have become iconic, beginning in the 1930s with the debut of their now famous Santa Claus, as seen in these cans here. Over the years, Coca-Cola has continued this festive tradition with limited edition Christmas cans and unique holiday packaging. Over the years, Coca-Cola has continued the festive tradition with limited edition Christmas decorations, including polar bears, like this telephone from the 90s. So that brings us now to the polar bear packaging and branding, as you see right here. In November 2011, Coca-Cola introduced this limited edition white can in partnership with the WWF. That's not wrestling, the World Wildlife Fund. So this is the first time Coca-Cola released a white can. Usually it's a red can for the holidays. Usually it's a red can just in general for their regular Coke products. But this is the first time they're using a white can. And you can see the contrast here as I hold it up against the traditional red Christmas holiday branding Coke cans. Initially, Coca-Cola had planned for 1.4 billion white cans to be distributed until February 2012. However, after only 1 month, Coca-Cola had to stop the distribution for these. And why? Consumers were confusing the white can with Diet Coke. As you can see here, it more resembles the lighter silver or gray or white Diet Coke cans versus the traditional red. If you're not familiar with the campaign that they're going for, you could easily expect someone to confuse this can for a diet variation of Coke as opposed to regular, which it actually was. So if you can't have corn syrup, you just can't have any regular sugar, you can't have regular Coke, you're going for the diet version, someone could pull this off the shelves, or a food vendor could pull it off the shelf and mistakenly give it to someone, and someone can mistakenly drink it thinking it's Diet Coke. And just as a little side note here, the year prior in 2010, after the Winter Olympics in Vancouver, Coca-Cola in Canada released these special edition gold Coca-Cola cans, congratulating Canada for their gold medal win in hockey in the Vancouver Games. I remember when these first came out, my dad actually thought this was a caffeine-free Coke, similar to what we see in the background here with some other caffeine-free Coke designs, where it's mainly gold as their prominent color. So in a similar scenario where the color was confusing people about the flavor. All right, so what did Coca-Cola do? Well, they went from this over to this. Back to the traditional red, same polar bear design, essentially, just now more red instead of having that white background. You'll see the top there that says, "Help protect the polar bear's home." So that's how they fixed it. What's interesting here is that in Hong Kong, that same year, they released a Christmas can, Merry Christmas, using pretty much the exact same design, or a very similar design. So it just goes to show how much the polar bear imagery is related with the holidays and Christmas. No mention here of the World Wildlife Fund or the Arctic or conserving the habitat. It's just two completely different messaging using the same symbols. It just goes to show how iconic the polar bear imagery has become for Coca-Cola and the holidays. Alright, just put those back on the shelf. It's funny, I actually saw these in an antique market recently. It's crazy to think that cans from 2011 are now considered antiques. I thought that was pretty funny. Makes me feel old, but hey, I hope you enjoyed today's little retro look back at these cans. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.